It's week 1 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Browns and the Panthers on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. The former MVP in his 12th season leading them out. He's got more rushing touchdowns than any quarterback in NFL history. Cam Newton.
And many people are having difficulty pegging exactly what they believe Cam Newton is at this point in his career. For me, when I see certain days and he's right, he can still be an accurate passer, can still get the ball downfield. And his running ability, especially inside the 10, still makes him a difficult quarterback to prepare for.
First play from scrimmage, Newton going to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Newton, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson makes his return to the NFL gridiron this season after holding out for the entirety of 2021 and being traded from Houston. The Cleveland Browns, they made a big investment not only to bring him in, but to give him by far the most guaranteed money in NFL history. If Watson remains the same player he was in Houston, though, a 3-time Pro Bowler and one of the game's biggest playmakers, he may finally solve a decades-long search for Cleveland's franchise quarterback.
Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. From the gun on third down, Newton. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Now Foreman. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Newton. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Throwing is Newton. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Newton got his man complete over the middle. That's more.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back, But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, this from 39.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he returns this to the 22.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Newton now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Rashard Higgins from 6 yards away.
And the Panthers have taken the lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. And that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Cleveland offense making their way out.
It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To the air yet again, Watson dancing to his left. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. To throw is Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Carolina getting set to take the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week one. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Newton now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On 1st and 10, Newton being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. To the air again, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And now Newton not liking the play call. He's going to take a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Newton throwing again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, coming in with your halftime report. First, we travel to Atlanta, where JG, 51 seconds left on the clock in the second quarter, snaps the ball, gets pressured, sacked in the end zone, safety for Atlanta. What a play by the Atlanta defense. And right before halftime, snaps the ball, throws it. Nothing much there. 2-0. Not really a strong game there. 2-0. We head to Chicago, where the Bears would strike first against the 49ers. Touchdown to Cole Kmet, Justin Fields, touchdown pass. But the 49ers would answer back right before the end of the first half, and Trey Lance would take it in himself. Well, 7-7. 7-7 now after the extra point was made. Justin Fields attempting a deep pass before the end of the first half. Throws. And that is incomplete. And that game goes to halftime 7-7.
On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And the rushing numbers should tell the story of why they trail at the half. They're still in single digits in yardage as a team through 2 quarters of play. That's not good. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
David Njoku got a huge vote of confidence from the Cleveland Browns when they named him their franchise player this past offseason. That has a lot of people expecting a long-awaited, big-time breakout from the 6-year tight end, and he comes through with a first down catch on that previous play.
On 1st and 10, Watson going up top. And incomplete on the deep ball. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. Touchdown. David Njoku. 35 yards.
And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level.
So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Now Cade York for the extra point.
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Foreman. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Newton to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. That's complete into the hands of Myers. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 1st down, it's Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. They run it again with Chubb. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 3rd and 2, Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And a short gain here down to the 22. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Watson. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland 1st.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Watson steps away to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Again, it's Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
A lot of pressure here for Cade York.
This to break our 4th quarter tie.
York able to send this one through.
And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Now Newton on first down. He's got the connection to Moore. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Looking to throw again on second down. Newton, and he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Off play action, Newton. Buying time to his left. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now it's Watson. And he'll just get rid of it. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
So now Newton and the Panthers down 13-10. A little over a minute and a half remaining. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Cam's throw caught by Higgins. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Very much in range for a tying field goal as they hurry to the line. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So
So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Carolina offense about ready to go. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Jadeveon Clowney just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flushed out right. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. Backed up deep in their own territory, they were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game.
And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. But we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it. They'll only get a couple up to about the...
And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tie. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Watson, his first throw of OT. Pass complete to Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover for the squad.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watson, option left. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Watson to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now Watson. Open man is Myers. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Watson, he's going to back away and call a timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that will be it. And how about that to start a season, Charles? Both teams 0-0-1.
Say that again?
Yeah, 0-0-1.
That is not what you expect to see when you look at the box scores, right? When you look at the standings after a game like that. And do you really think they worked the whole summer, the whole offseason to come in week 1 and leave with a tie?
No, I don't. But, hey, I guess better than being 0-1-0.
Good point.